October is with the gift of gold and diamonds with spectacular savings exclusively at Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette.
Richardson Jewelers.
I'm Sophia Murphy at the Capitol in Lansing, only on WZMQ 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, our Washington, D.C. crew is in Houghton this evening. Rachel is talking with the county clerk about how they're preparing to receive everyone's ballots. Plus, Brennan Scanlon spent the day speaking with Houghton voters, what they had to say about their role this November. And we have more details on the low water levels affecting the Forest Lake Reservoir. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Skies are clearing out for tonight, and it's back to that chill and frosty conditions here in Marquette. We'll be dropping close to the freezing mark as the winds gradually taper off as we head on through the night. And we start out with mostly clear skies for tomorrow morning. And expect some chill and some frost, particularly along the Wisconsin border once again, where temperatures will flirt with and even fall below that freezing mark. The rest of the forecast coming up later in the show. Kevin?
Thanks, Tom. Starting off tonight, a 15-year-old girl could be facing charges after police say she posted a school threat on social media, which the girl said was intended to be a joke. Negaunee schools were closed today because of that threat. Police say around 6:30 this morning, the FBI's Detroit field office was notified of a school shooting threat the girl made on Snapchat. Police say she attends a neighboring school district. Negaunee superintendent was immediately notified and all safety protocols were implemented. When police questioned the girl and her father, the girl admitted to making the post but said she meant it as a joke. Her father told police she has neither the means or ability to carry out such a threat. Police determined there was no credible threat and no danger to the public. However, the mere threat to commit an act of violence against a school is a felony punishable by 10 years in prison and or a $20,000 fine. Police say the incident has been turned over to the prosecutor's office for review. We have more about this story on our website, WZMQ19.com. Ahead of our November election, concerns about voting integrity has been tossed around. With just days before early voting to begin in our state, the Houghton County Clerk is reassuring voters to not have any doubts about securing your vote. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp now joins us live from Houghton. Rachel, good evening. Houghton is one of the largest UP counties. Do they expect a large turnout for the election?
Good evening, Kevin. So there's 27,000 registered voters here in this county. About 18,000 of them voted in that 2020 presidential election. And the county clerk told me today that she believes that it's going to be an even bigger turnout for this upcoming election. But Kevin, with all this chatter about election integrity, she is trying to ease those concerns. On Tuesday, Houghton County Clerk Jen Kelly says they've finished their first big hurdle for this election, pre-testing.
And what we do is we test all the ballots, which are called test decks at that time, and there is every candidate, race, overvotes, undervotes, write-ins, everything, and we test to make sure we're 100% on, twice.
How did the test go?
We were 100% on.
Election integrity has been a hot topic leading up to the November elections. And despite no credible evidence that the 2020 elections were rigged, former President Donald Trump has continued to say otherwise, which has stirred up questions, conspiracies, and doubts about our elections. Kelly says they're ready to handle another big election.
You know, since 2020, Michigan, and I know probably every other state in the U.S. has gone under a lot of scrutiny for elections and what's true and not, who has won and has their vote counted. I can only assure people in my county that we have very good checks and balances in place. I will make sure that every vote counts, and I want them to have a total belief in that our numbers are right.
And if you have any questions about early voting, absentee voting, or just voting in general, you can go check out the Secretary of State's website, or of course you can go contact your local county clerk's office and they should be able to help you. We're reporting live in Houghton County. Rachel Knapp for WZMQ 19 News. Kevin, back to you.
Rachel, thanks very much. Our Washington, D.C. crew is also continuing to talk to voters from across the Upper Peninsula. Brendan Scanlon is also in Houghton today doing just that. And Brendan, if you can see us, there we go. Good evening. What kind of things are you hearing from voters there?
Hey there, Kevin. Good evening. Great to be with you. Well, folks I spoke with today here in Houghton County, and as well as party officials, tell me that it's really kind of a toss-up county, of course, in a extremely crucial battleground state. Take a listen. In the western part of Michigan's Upper Peninsula sits Houghton County. It's a county that former President Trump carried by just under 3,000 votes in 2020.
When it's a swing state, every vote counts.
Every vote counts. That's the message Houghton County Democratic Party Chair William Keith and canvassers are sharing with voters. With less than 2 weeks until the election, he says Democrats are ready to flip the county blue.
So it's like a tinted pink or tinted blue, depending on the year. We'll do our best to get it tinted blue this year.
Keith says energy is high among local Democrats. Protecting democracy is high on their list.
I think a lot of it is definitely that we need to make sure that we're protecting American democracy.
In the city of Houghton, Democratic voters say reproductive rights, gun control, and climate change are top of mind. Lucy Gibbs doesn't fully align with Harris, but plans to vote for her anyways.
There's definitely some things that I wish she aligned with me more on, especially with the Israel situation, Palestine situation in Gaza. Really not happy with that.
Supporters of former President Donald Trump, who we spoke with today, were not shy in sharing their enthusiasm.
I love Trump. There's so much I don't know offhand. I don't know where to begin. I have 7 Trump signs up that I keep posted. They slowly get ripped off and I just replace them.
Pat Wiedela says immigration and the economy should be top of mind for all voters.
Border comes to mind. Inflation comes to mind. Those are top of the list.
And Kevin, according to a new Quinnipiac University swing state poll in Michigan, 49% of likely voters support Kamala Harris and 46% support Trump. Now, the same poll from October 9th showed Trump with 50% support and Kamala Harris with 47%. Reporting live in downtown Houghton for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Kevin, back to you.
Brendan, thank you very much. The Cleveland Cliffs Basin, new details tonight. South of Autrain in Alger County is experiencing historically low water levels. Much of what was a prime kayaking and fishing destination is now dry land. 19 News spoke to John Pepin with the Michigan DNR, who says that the owners of the dam that regulate the water in the basin is in violation of allowing water levels and minimum water flow rates to drop below the legal limits. We are in possession of documents indicating that both Eagle and the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission have notified Renewable World Energies, the company who owns the dam, of these violations. Water levels have dropped to alarming levels in just a few months.
Is questioning the dam owners as to, why the lake level was lowered without consulting the state, and they've given them a notice that they're in violation and of state laws, and so they're waiting for a response that's due on the 31st of October.
Stay tuned to 19 News for a more in-depth look at the situation tonight at 11:10 Central. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after the break. Plus, what's up with Megan? Megan O'Connor tells us about some more scary events coming up this weekend. And later we hear about a magical night for wizards and witches alike taking place in Escanaba. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
John's Auto has been voted the #1 dealer to buy pre-owned vehicle for longer than I've been alive. If you're looking for a vehicle, or if you're looking for someone to help with your current car, or if you need to get yours looking like new again, come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
Hi friends, Richard Karn here. Now, I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix. And that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Choice Home Warranty covers over 25 major home systems and appliances. That's your AC, heating, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and so much more.
Imagine for less than a cup of coffee a day, Choice Home Warranty can help protect you from expensive major system and appliance breakdowns that your homeowner's insurance doesn't cover.
Call Choice Home Warranty now and get access to a nationwide network of over 15,000 technicians and the latest appointment setting technology so you'll know when they're on their way.
So, do what this old DIYer did and call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and more. Call for your free quote today. Call in the next 5 minutes and get your first month free. 800-418-1754. 800-418-1754.
Is your parents' car sounding funny? Do you hear any clunks, rattles, squeaks, or leaks? Tell them to call John's Auto Service Department for fast, friendly, and affordable service. Come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
Recliners, recliners, recliners. Nobody gives you more choices than Shunk Furniture Marquette. There's a tremendous selection of high-leg recliners in stock or custom order. We have the largest selection of Lazy Boy rocker recliners, hundreds of styles, sizes, and colors to choose from. And a great selection of leather and leather power recliners, all here for you to try. We have big chairs like the Beast and small chairs that will fit just about anywhere. They're all 25 to 35% off. Shop Shunks at Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
Your headlines for this evening, and we're looking at pretty cool conditions for tonight. Watch out for areas of frost as well, particularly away from the lake shores here. And that'll lead to a better day tomorrow after the chill of today where we just couldn't get out of the 40s. We'll try to get to 60 under partly cloudy skies. Cold front will bring a reinforcing shot of chilly air as we head on toward Friday, though not as cool as what we had today. And may have to dodge a few raindrops mainly late Thursday night and into Friday morning. The leaves, well, it looks like most of it is past peak now. But you can see near the lake shores, out toward Marquette itself, there still could be, and Eagle Harbor here, still some decent color, peak color there near the lake shore, of course, with the somewhat milder temperatures. And you can still catch some of that good-looking color. In the meantime, skies clearing out for tonight, and with the lighter winds, that's why we're expecting some of that frost to occur. A couple of what we call overrunning clouds come in tomorrow, but still a decent amount of sunshine. We'll call it partly sunny skies, and temperatures will be moderating as the cold core from today moves off toward the east. In the meantime, here comes the next front Thursday night, bringing in a skinny area of showers. Most should be out, though, by daybreak or maybe an hour or two after daybreak on Friday. And then we come back to some sunshine breaking out from west to east later on in the day. But once again, like today, we're going to have a chilly northwesterly wind. So the winds die down for tonight, as you can see, as they shift toward the south, allowing for the temperatures to moderate as we head toward tomorrow. Again, not too bad wind-wise, a little bit stronger winds toward Ironwood there. But the southerly winds will continue 5 to 15 for the most part, allowing for those milder temperatures. And then things start to change back to the west and northwest and chillier air on Friday. So mostly clear for tonight. Lake front temperatures close to 40 or the upper 30s along the Wisconsin border. Temperatures near the freezing mark or a little bit below with those areas of frost. And then for tomorrow, much improved over today, especially temperature-wise. We'll have partly sunny skies overall. We should be able to break close to 60, even the lower 60s here at Marquette. So a decent day, and won't be all that windy either. Farther down the road, though, as we mentioned, maybe a few early drops on Friday. Temperatures back down into the 50s. Kind of a chilly but dry weekend. Good October weather, the grand scheme of things. To round out our last full weekend of October, will be mid-50s on Sunday. But temperatures, look at that. They rebound as we head toward Tuesday, and then back to chill for the middle of next week.
Thanks, Tom. More and more women are entering the construction field. A Northern Michigan University program helping female students prepare for the industry is returning next month. We'll hear more about it coming up next on Insights. That's coming up in 2 minutes.
Update your home with new GE appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. GE appliances are built to last, have print-resistant finishes, and offer high performance with energy efficiency. Kirkish has a large selection for both kitchen and laundry, free delivery, and 0% financing.
This is a space training center for private citizens.
Sounds like space camp for billionaires.
We got a problem.
The victim is billionaire Gavin Morrissey.
This is now a murder investigation.
Murder?
Oh, wow, that was unexpected. One of our billionaires has to be the killer.
Are you suggesting sabotage?
Exactly.
Elsbeth is all new CBS Thursday at 10/9 Central and streaming on Paramount+.
Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
Kamala wouldn't change a thing? Their weakness invited wars, welfare for illegals, while Americans struggle. Now Kamala wants higher taxes on top of higher prices. We can't afford 4 more years of Kamala.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
On abortion, Mike Rogers has shown us who he really is. I support all restrictions on abortions. And for 20 years, that's exactly how Rogers voted. Abortion bans with no exceptions for rape or incest. Bills that could eliminate IVF and birth control. And now they've overturned Roe v. Wade. That's Rogers making medical decisions instead of women. We can't trust Mike Rogers to protect our rights and freedoms.
I'm Melissa Slotkin, and I approve this message.
She's inquisitive.
What led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. An opportunity for girls to learn a new skill. Northern Michigan University's Women in Construction program returns on November 1st. High school girls can learn about careers in construction from well-qualified women in the field, and that's typically male-oriented. And joining us tonight is the founder of NMU's Women in Construction program, Heidi Blank. Heidi, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Well, tell us more. What's this program all about?
So the Women in Construction event is designed to introduce young women to a career that's traditionally thought of as male-oriented. We know that if we can empower young girls to think about a successful career in construction, we can definitely help fill a big labor need.
Sure, and tell me how this all got started, too.
This started in 2017. We wrote internal grants with NMU to fund the event. It's always been completely free to participants. And it grew from one event in 2017 to up to 5 events an academic year now. The event on Friday will be our 15th event since 2017. And we have expanded from just having NMU students help run it to industry volunteers, corporate partnerships, and many wonderful relationships.
Sure. Are there any successes you can tell us that have come from, these events?
So many successes. From NMU's perspective, we have about a 10% engagement rate or turnover rate. So students that engage in a Women in Construction event have come to Northern in some capacity. We've had over 1,000 participants, and over 150 of them have been repeat participants. We've engaged with over 800 volunteers. And so the industry impact, we hope, is positive on all sides.
Sure, and as we mentioned earlier, this is usually a male, dominated industry. So why would you say it's important for women to maybe enter these fields?
So women in construction make 95.5% of what their male counterparts make, which is the highest, or I should say the lowest wage gap in any industry. It's around 89% in all other fields. Additionally, there is a huge need. There are needs for positions in all areas of construction, in skilled trades and administrative roles and executive roles and everything in between. So there is really a way for somebody to get in if they're interested. And finally, it does help diversify the industry. We know that when women and men work together, they think differently, but putting their thinking processes together generally creates a more efficient process in problem solving.
Mm-hmm. And it's pretty good money from what I hear.
It's very good money,
field.
yes.
Mm.
Yep. A construction manager right now on average makes over $100,000 a year.
Mm. Excellent. And tell us about, or what else can you tell us about the event upcoming?
So it's next Friday from 8:45 to 1:45 in the Jacob Eddy Complex on NMU's campus. The participants, and there are 80 of them, will rotate through 3 different stations. A woodworking station where they're going to create a framed cork board with some hanging apparatus for jewelry or metals or whatever they want to use. They will participate in a welding activity, and they're going to have a choice of making a cactus or a snail out of different parts and welding them themselves. And then the trades are coming in. I have 4 different trades coming in with simulators, hands-on activities. We have carpenters, sheet metal workers, electricians, and then a local mechanical contractor coming in to help out. So they're going to have a full, fun day of hands-on. They get to bring home everything they make, show parents, look what I can do, and we really hope that empowers them to, maybe choose next year in high school to take a woodshop class or a welding class or some other trades related and continue to explore the opportunities.
Excellent. Sounds great, Heidi. Thank you so much for coming on with us today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And still to come on your 19 News, we find out what's up with Megan O'Connor. She has more upcoming spooky events to tell us about. And later, scholarship applications are now open for students in high school and college looking to enter the world of teaching. That and more coming up when we come back.
CBS Tonight.
Survivor's ready!
The realest night of television climbs to new heights.
Your challenge is to reach the summit.
We have to climb a freaking mountain.
TV's most strategic reality competitions come to Wednesday.
That's how you do it right there!
They believe I'm in with them.
Do you want to get the knife out of my bag? That's a win-win for me.
I love this!
Survivor on the Summit. New CBS Tonight, starting at 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
When I was 5, I began getting sexually abused by my stepfather, and he got me pregnant when I was 12. "64,000 pregnancies from rape have occurred in states with total abortion bans. And Trump did this. Women and girls need to have choices. With Kamala Harris, we do."
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
My family's been in business for 70 plus years. We really needed to stress that this is not just a running store. Our running shoes are good for everybody.
It's about the people out in the community who are in the workforce. All those people really benefit from the proper footwear and structure that a running shoe can provide.
They might come in limping, almost like a miracle, walk out of here dancing. It's more than shoes. There's a caring that doesn't exist in a lot of businesses anymore.
You already know Jen Hill voted with Democrats 99% of the time. But did you know Hill was the deciding vote to raid the teachers' pension fund? Worse, Hill voted to cut school safety and mental health funding 92%. Lansing liberal Jen Hill, putting politics over Peninsula. The better choice?
Carl Bonak. Carl Bonak has a plan to fight inflation, reduce our cost of living, and keep our schools safe and fully funded. Carl Bonak, putting Peninsula over politics.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. It's time to find out what's up with Megan. And Megan, what do you have for us today?
Well, I have ghosts, ghouls, and goblins. Tonight on What's Up with Megan, I'm taking you right outside the studio for a family fun Halloween event. The sidewalks of downtown Marquette are set to come alive with costumed children as families are invited to participate in the annual Downtown Trick or Treat. From 4 to 7, this Saturday evening, trick-or-treaters can easily identify participating businesses by looking for the Downtown Halloween Trick-or-Treat poster displayed in the windows. In addition, some locations will display teal pumpkins, indicating that they offer non-candy items as part of the Teal Pumpkin Project, which aims to ensure that all children can enjoy Halloween. To enhance the safety of our little ones, the 100 and 200 blocks of West Washington will be closed, allowing children to navigate the busy center with ease while visiting the shops. Please note that the downtown Marquette Social District will also be closed during the downtown trick-or-treat time, 4 to 7 p.m., to further enhance the safety of everyone involved. Join the Marquette community in celebrating this spooky season and make sure to stop by participating businesses for some delightful treats.
And Megan, that includes us.
Of course it does.
So I'm hoping you can make an appearance because I'll be here this Saturday, 4 to 7, handing out candy. Is there any specific candy you would like me to get, maybe to sneak you while we're doing that?
Chocolates, and I like gummies, and I like the nerds, and I like sugar. So I want it all.
I think sugar is in all of those.
Perfect.
All right, I'll see what I can do. What else do we have going on?
Lots going on, especially a lot going on Saturday. So this Saturday is National Make a Difference Day, celebrated on the 4th Saturday of every October. National Make a Difference Day is a day to encourage people to volunteer and contribute to their communities. My church, St. Peter Cathedral in Marquette, will host its Fall Bazaar from 9 to 1 p.m., featuring lunch, baked goods, jewelries, raffle baskets, all to support church needs. The downtown Iron Mountain Pumpkin Walk is from 12 to 3 p.m. Central, offering free activities for all ages, including trunk or treat, a costume contest, and more. More information can be found at downtownironmountain.com. And the movie theater in Manistee will begin at dusk with the 2002 live-action Scooby-Doo, followed by the 1996 classic Scream. Admission to Fright Night is free. More information can be found on Facebook. Finally, this event is taking place all weekend long. It's the Haunted Hoist House at the Quincy Mine. It runs from tomorrow through Saturday from 7 to 10:30 p.m. Visitors can explore dimly lit areas of the mine, encountering clowns, mannequins, ghosts, and more. Tickets are available at the Quincy Mine Gift Shop / Visitor Center.
Sounds great, Megan. Thanks so much as always.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And this Friday and Saturday, Escanaba's Boniface Arts Center is inviting guests to tap into their magical side for an evening of fun. The annual Night of Magic and Wizardry transports participants to Wolf's Bane Academy, where they can purchase wands, learn to use potions, and cast spells, and meet magical characters. Witches and wizards can also compete in a scavenger hunt, which takes them through the castle's many unique rooms.
We have a lot of people that return, and it appeals to a real big age group. It's very interactive, and there's a lot of detail. I spend hundreds of hours on all the different rooms. They even decorate the paths to go to the rooms and stuff, and they spend a lot of time in detail, and people enjoy that.
Tickets for the Night of Magic and Wizardry are only available through tomorrow, and you can visit WZMQ19.com to reserve yours. A scholarship opportunity is preparing the educators of tomorrow to fill teacher vacancies throughout the state. The Golden Apple Scholars Program is open to high school seniors and college freshmen and sophomores. Scholars must commit to teaching in a Michigan school of need for 5 years. In exchange, they receive training in professional development, interviewing and resume writing, and community building, as well as a mentor to guide them through their first years of teaching.
We inducted our first cohort this July. We have 35 scholars from across the state of Michigan, 6 from the UP. It's still really a big need. We need that pipeline to continue so that we have well-prepared, excited educators in front of our Michigander kids.
For more on how to apply for the Golden Apple Scholars Program, visit our website. Tom DeVecchio has your final look at weather when we come back.
Another thrilling week to play football. The NFL on CBS. Catch all of the action this week on WZMQ 19. At 1, the Philadelphia Eagles travel to Cincinnati. And at 4:25, the Bears take on the Washington Commanders. See you this Sunday for the NFL on WZMQ 19.
Congresswoman Slotkin keeps voting for Biden's EV mandates, killing Michigan jobs. Slotkin signed a secret deal that helped a Chinese EV company, then voted to use your tax dollars to buy Chinese EV chargers. Slotkin's China deal paid off for her. That same anti-union Chinese EV company funneled campaign cash to Slotkin.
I'm Mike Rogers. I approve this message. I've always stood up to China, and I'll stop Slotkin's China deal.
Join Mike's team. Give today.
raining cats and dogs again. Time to waterproof with Gorilla.
Waterproof with Gorilla? Yeah! Gorilla Waterproof Patch and Seal.
Of course.
Spray it, tape it, spread it, brush it to stop and prevent leaks. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
These hands are working hands. My hands are the most important tools I have. You need to take care of them. That's where O'Keeffe's comes in.
It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief.
If it works for these hands, it'll work for yours.
Also available in O'Keeffe's Lip Repair.
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What? You're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
For tonight in Marquette, temperatures dropping close to the freezing mark, a little warmer along the lakefront itself. Lighter winds, mostly clear skies, not too bad there. Put the blanket on. It's going to be a chilly one tonight. But it will be milder as we head on toward tomorrow. Not too bad. Partly to mostly partly sunny skies, rather near 60 or low 60s. A few drops of rain possible Friday, and we'll keep it dry and cool for the upcoming weekend. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, Tom. And folks, that's all we have for now. We'll see you later tonight.